World Mental Health Day is tomorrow, and joining me now to discuss ways to improve our own mental health is licensed marriage and family therapist with the Chronic Hope Institute, Kevin Petersen. Kevin, my friend, how are you this morning? Thank you so much for being with us.
I'm good this morning, Jordan. Thanks. How are you today?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much for talking about this with us. Sounds like there are really 4 strong ingredients or things that we can really help ourselves right now at home in this moment. Let's start with that first one, which of course we're talking about, let's just get moving. Let's get that physical activity up, right?
Absolutely. Regular exercise on a regular basis is what we're talking about. And what you don't got to join the gym or go do a triathlon or become, Mr. Universe. Those are great things. But, we want to start with just a quick 15-minute get up, walk around the house, walk the dog, go around the block. Just something to get the blood flowing and sort of get the positive energy moving inside yourself.
Yeah, what about that helps our mental health? Exactly how does that benefit us when we do these things?
Well, it releases a lot of the great chemicals, the dopamine, the serotonin, and the endorphins that make us feel good. It gives us that positive energy. And it also gives us a little self-esteem. Hey, you know what? I did something this morning. I went for a walk. I counted my steps. I did something along the lines of a positive move towards feeling good about me. And it's self-esteem. This is what we're really trying to gain.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people maybe combine that along with meditation. That is their moment for them to clear their mind, maybe, kind of think about what their next step for the day is going to be.
I'll tell you, Jordan, if I could get every client I work with or anyone I ever speak to meditate for 5 minutes a day, I would feel like I've done my job as a therapist. It is as exercise is for the body, meditation is for the mind and for the soul. And it relaxes the body. It gives it an opportunity to start the day positively. Again, serotonin, dopamine, positive stuff. And you don't got to do an hour's worth of meditation with incense and in the lotus position and chanting the mantra. What I tell people is let's start with just shutting down all the electronics, sitting quietly for 5 minutes and just maybe, just watching the world go by, have a cup of coffee or tea or whatever your thing is, and just start your day in that space.
Yeah, come back to that breath. That's a big one. Hey, let's talk about something else that I think is not ever, or that's not emphasized enough, for a lot of people. I mean, I think mental health experts like yourself will say, we say this all the time, but let's talk about our diet. Our diet is huge when it comes to mental health. Our gut controls so much.
Yeah, it really does. And, one of the things we see as therapists and we hear from our clients a lot is how people are using food to make themselves feel better, right? They have a hard day, they're gonna have a giant bag of chips or a giant bag of kettle corn. I mean, I'm not guilty of that. I've never had that problem. That's, one of my go-tos. And I get it. I understand that. You want something to make yourself feel better because the sugar makes you feel better. The salt makes you feel better. But there's a long-term lasting effect. And it's like you have a food hangover afterwards. And so we have to start seeing food as a drug and getting a positive relationship with the food. And so we don't go through the spikes, the ups and downs, and the emotional roller coasters.
Yeah, and speaking of positive relationships, the people we surround ourselves with is another thing we need to be more mindful of, right?
My thing that I always say here is you got to find your tribe. You got to find your people and people that love you and accept you and want to be with you and engage with you and that you feel the same way about, because it gives you an opportunity to be part of something and engaged in something. And it also gives you an opportunity to give back into that tribe, into that community and say, hey, I want to be here. I want to help. I want to be engaged. I want to be part of the gig. And that's just so important.
And just briefly, because we just have a little bit of time left, and I'm guilty of not being great at this next one, but one other thing that we can do to improve our mental health is really focus on our sleep.
Sleep is the magic bullet. The exercise, the food, the meditation, the tribe, everything. If you're getting at least 7-8 hours a night of sleep, which I know is hard, don't get me wrong, you're more present. Your body has allowed itself to rest and relax and recharge. And there's just so much of the neurochemical concepts going on there that allows your body to just bring itself back and refreshed and face the challenges of the next day.
Yeah, your brain is able to fire on all pistons a little bit easier in the morning like that. Kevin, my friend, thank you so much for being with us. We appreciate your help as always.
Oh, it's my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
All right, we'll talk to you again soon.